chillin', watching the ocean with you. Baby, up with a slow motion crew.
We will be starting in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 2 minutes. We're going to go ahead and start. We're going to go ahead and get started. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Calexico Unified School District Board of Trustees meeting. Today is Thursday, September 9. It is now 5:05 p.m. Item A, opening items. A1, call to order. Janet?
Trustees present this evening are Trustee Romero, Trustee Magallanes, Trustee Alvarado, Trustee Lorenzo Calderon Jr., and Trustee Calderon. You have a full quorum.
Thank you. A2, pledge of allegiance. Would you please stand? Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Before we start, I would like to make the following announcement. It is now time for the board to hear public comments on items regarding closed session. There are over 10 individuals who would like to comment on the agenda items regarding, in this case, negotiations. Pursuant to Board Bylaw 9323, there is a 20-minute public comment limit per agenda item. In order to provide all members of the public for the opportunity to address the board, we will limit individual public comments to 3 minutes per person, unless there is an objection by the board. Now, this means that right now, Janet, how many more comments for negotiations do we have? Two more. So we have exactly 10 items, 10 people that want to comment on negotiations. And as you guys know, if you haven't seen negotiations in the past or comments from the public regarding negotiations, I usually give about 20 seconds, sometimes 30 seconds, sometimes up to a minute, when after the public has received the 3 minutes that are due. So at this point, since we have 10 people that would like to comment. 10 people times 2 minutes each equals 20 minutes. I already talked to the union president, and this is in regard to be making sure that we give everybody that wants to speak an opportunity to talk. Why? Because even after that, I have 3 more people that want to speak on different items. So, is the board okay with that? 2 minutes each?
Any objection to limiting comment to 2 minutes on that item?
Say what?
As long as they stop at 3 minutes, I'm good with the 3 minutes.
Yeah,
If
well,
they
the other
if they
thing,
go over, if the first one goes over 3 minutes, then that's where we're gonna have.
the problem is, the problem
Yeah,
is,
I support the 3 minutes too.
the problem is that the other day, the problem is that the other day I was accused by one of the teachers for not allowing her to speak after she was done with her 3 minutes. Now, if we can stop at 3 minutes, we can let it go. Is that okay? 3 minutes? And we will stop at 3 minutes?
Yes.
10 second drop time. Is that okay? There we go. Okay. B, public comments, closed session items only. Darla Dreesen, ACT.
No.
Good evening. I have another crisis looming, and so this will be very quick, less than 2 minutes. What I have given you are the current overages at the high school, and you will notice that our greatest problem is in the science department. And if you look at those, I was asked to gather the information about those that had more than 6 overages in a class. So I've highlighted those so that you can see. And it's a 2-sided page. But also the fact that we really need to resolve overages from a year and a half ago. And so we need to make it a priority. And we're willing to negotiate with you, but we just need to move forward on it. We also would like to negotiate the MOU for the independent study at all levels, not just the high school level. And that's all I have to say, and I thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Ms. Dreesen. I should remember. That's in closed session. Okay. Number 1, Gerardo Roman, please.
Hello, everyone. I think it's going to be probably less than 3 minutes because there's nothing new, nothing that you haven't heard before. All I'm saying is do what's best for the children of Calexico, and that means give us a fair contract. Treat us with the respect and dignity we deserve. We're professionals teaching the children here, educating the students in this community. We deserve a fair contract. You decide to spend your money on lawyers and delay your negotiations with some ridiculous proposals? Come on. 2, 3 years waiting for a contract. Many of us, years in the past, letting go our salary raise so we could keep our health benefits. So, don't forget that. And what you're doing is not what's best for the children of Calexico. And you know that. Come on. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Roman. Next is Carlos Montaño. Do you have something for the public to see? No, here, you can leave. We need.
This is for all the board members to see, sir.
No, but we need to see, we need some for the, if somebody in the public wants to see this, we need to put something. No, you can put mine, yes.
Dale
Thank
una
you.
copia, Juan, ahí.
Please, thank you.
They have copies also.
Well, that's what I asked, if they had copies, so.
They do.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
They can put it up, Tito. Put it up on the board.
Thank you. Well, good late afternoon, early evening, I guess. For those of you who don't know, Carlos Montaño, lead negotiator for ACT. And, you know, I've been up here before talking about 4 years without a raise. You know, we continue to negotiate and negotiate to no avail. Yet the district and the negotiating team from the district continue, and this is more for teachers to be informed, because I'm sure the board already knows, district office already knows. We've been given 4 proposals so far. The first one, for those of you who have a copy, and those of you who don't, hopefully can see it up there. This was a while back before I was on the negotiating team. As you can see on there, it constitutes a over $9,000 pay cut when we talk about total compensation. You look at that red number on the far right, on the second row there, number 1, that was the first proposal. The second proposal, which was withdrawn, was also constituted a pay cut. Again, when we're considering total compensation, which means our salary, including our benefits, what the district pays for benefits. And those 2 were set with a $10,000 cap. So again, even though that was a 15%, they offered a 15% pay increase. If you consider the pay cut, the cap, almost $2,000 pay cut. The third proposal, and I've been on the team for the last 2, for the third and the fourth proposals, same thing. I guess you can say it's a little bit better since it's less of a pay cut than the previous one. So thank you very much for that. But then on the fourth proposal, it got a little bit worse. So from a $401 pay cut, it went from a $400 to a $430 pay cut. And again, those are the 4 offers that I've seen, and we keep hearing from different people, people from district office, board members, that we're going to get a good offer this time, and we keep getting the same kind of offer. Your teachers need to be compensated. We keep losing teachers because we have a shortage of teachers now. There's classrooms at the high school with no teachers. People substituting that shouldn't be substituting at the high school because we don't have enough teachers. Yet, we don't want to pay our teachers. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Montaño. Ms. Melissa Gamboa.
I've been working at this district for 15 years. Some of the greatest memories have been here. Being witness to my students and colleagues' success has given me more joy than I've ever could imagine. Unfortunately, in these recent years, this district has also given me some of my worst memories. Experiencing the level of disrespect towards me and my colleagues, seeing amazing teachers leave our students, knowing that so many great things that we had built for the next generation of Calexico's future was leaving to other districts for better opportunities has broken my heart. So many times I've been told to go somewhere else, to work for a district that treats its employees with respect. Over the years, I've run out of excuses. The only thing I have left is the hope that our district will finally realize the harm they have done towards their employees and ultimately our students' futures. I'm here. I'm still giving my students my best each and every single day. Why aren't you?
Thank you, Ms. Gamboa. Leticia Cota. So, Ms. Cota, Dr. Cota. Okay.
Famous, infamous Leticia Aldana Cota. And I'm not going to repeat what my fellow teachers and colleagues have said in the past. All I'm going to say, I'm not going to blame the district negotiators. I'm not going to blame, the ones that I'm going to blame is the 5 of you. I'm going to say, I love Mexican sayings. So I'm going to say, ustedes están como novios de rancho. What do I mean by that? You court our vote. You court our vote. You make promises that you guys don't keep. And once you get your objective, you forget about the promises. Lo dejan a uno vestido y alborotado, as the saying says. So you guys have the authority and the power between the 5 of you to stop this and direct your district negotiators to provide a fair contract to ACT and also CSCA. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cota. Magallanes. Ms. Magallanes. Thank you. Thank you.
Buenas tardes, miembros de la mesa directiva, maestros y miembros de la comunidad. Mi nombre es Carla Magallanes, soy maestra de inglés en Calexico High School. Y vengo porque tengo un mensaje muy importante que decir. Nuestras acciones reflejan lo que verdaderamente valoramos. Y yo como maestra valoro muchísimo a mis estudiantes. Hago lo posible ahorita en esta pandemia para tratar de protegerlos lo más que se pueda para que no se contagien. Como son adolescentes, constantemente les tengo que recordar que desinfecten su escritorio, se desinfecten las manos, etc. Pero también necesito apoyo de ustedes. Antes de la pandemia, en el 2019, el número para estar en el salón era 35 estudiantes. No entiendo el razonamiento al tratar de subir la cantidad a 38 estudiantes. Se supone que tenemos que hacer lo posible para tratar de proteger a nuestros estudiantes. No comprendo ese razonamiento detrás de esa decisión. Si se supone que tenemos que hacer lo posible por tratar de proteger a nuestros estudiantes. La otra decisión que tampoco no comprendo es ¿por qué razón le van a subir el salario a los sustitutos? La solución que verdaderamente debería de haber es no el incremento, sino el ajuste de salario de maestros, porque esto es un ajuste, no debería de ser un incremento. Ustedes saben que nosotros somos el distrito peor pagado y nosotros recibimos COLA, un dinero que francamente nosotros deberíamos estar recibiendo, que recibimos por parte del Estado, que debemos estar recibiendo los maestros. No tuviéramos el problema de overages, no tuviéramos el problema de sustitutos, si en sus manos tomaran la decisión de hacer el ajuste de sueldo de maestro. Gracias.
Thank you, Ms. Magallanes. Magallanes. Bob Nielsen? Nielsen? No.
My name is Bob Nelson. I've been teaching here since the year 2000. And I came here when Calexico was #1 with pride, #1 with salary, full benefits, etc. And I've seen over those years our district slipped to the bottom. It's embarrassing. Now I look at salaries across the valley. I mean, think about this. Our last pay increase was back in 16, 17. So a teacher of 15 years, that's an anniversary year. A teacher of 15 years with 45 units has a salary of $82,849. 5 years have now passed. So now they're at year 20, another anniversary year. They got an increase of $2,406, only $481 a year. That's all they got. We're still waiting for a contract. Now let's compare to Brawley. Brawley's 7-year teacher with 45 units is at a salary of $83,922. That's above our 15-year teacher. Then, over those years that have passed up to now, their salary has increased to $99,574. Go look at their schedule. That's an increase of $15,652 in just 5 years. $3,130 per year increase. Let's take it one step further. We have a 5-year anniversary. Brawley is a 2-year anniversary. So beginning at year 11 for that 7-year teacher, at year 11, that teacher gets to see actually $102,000. Next year will be the anniversary, 23 for that teacher. That 7-year teacher back in 16, 17 when we started, next year will be will see an increase of $18,931 or even more because next year is going to be a new contract. We don't see them negotiating or fighting or screaming, yelling, give us a raise. They're getting it. So hypothetically, yeah, the district pays $920 a month. So hypothetically, they pay $1,000 on insurance monthly, and so that's $10,000. So a teacher, so they're at $99,000, brings them down to $89,000. They're still above our 15-year teacher. It would have been a bit less. So next year, Brawley's 21-year teacher will be at $116,000, minus $10,000 for their insurance. Still puts them at $106,000. And you're talking about us trying to sit there until you're 28 for $102,000? Get serious. We want a salary that we can retire with. I've got more here. I can go on. It's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment. And you say you appreciate our teachers? We don't believe it. You don't show it. It's been 5 years. Give us a fair contract.
Thank you, Mr. Nelson. Jessica Carrillo Grijalva.
Hello, everybody, board members, Mr. G. I'm here to speak of negotiations and, frankly, the climate that negotiation has created. We need to refocus. And yesterday I celebrated a birthday, and I'm not here, so I don't say that so you could say happy birthday, but I say that because I received messages from former students that I had 10 years ago who are telling me how their life is right now. To me, it was very touching because 10 years ago, and they remembered my birthday. It's incredible. Those are the kinds of relationships, that's the kind of work that we as teachers do beyond the classroom. And I want you to know that there's a lot of hours that go into building those relationships. And I want you to reflect on a quote from the late, great John F. Kennedy. He said, when he was addressing our nation, and we should all learn from the past so that we don't repeat the same mistakes of the future. So he said, the time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining. The sun is shining still, but I'm starting to see dark clouds. And when the storm hits, we all lose. So let's work together, district, board, teachers, community, so that we can maintain that roof repaired while the sun is still shining. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Ms. Carrillo. Ana María Carrillo.
Good evening, trustees, administration, fellow teachers, and Calexico community as a whole. I'm Ana Maria Carrillo, and like many families in this area, I came to this community to avoid family separation. My husband lives in Mexicali all the time, and I came here to Jefferson Elementary. They took me in, and soon made me part of their community and their family. But not long after, there was a need for these schools. Cesar Chavez started to be built. And a lot of teachers applied because they wanted to go to the beautiful school, the brand new place. And I did not apply for that. I was like, I'm settled, I'm in, I'm barely here, I'm barely making a family. Little did I know that came October, my class needed to be shut down because there were not enough students and they needed a bilingual teacher at Cesar Chavez for a kindergarten classroom. I had those qualifications and I had very low seniority, so here I go. I'm here again. I made a family. We made a community here, but at that time, also, Rockwood Elementary and Mains Elementary became a QUAI school. They needed highly qualified teachers. Guess what? I had 7 years of experience in Los Angeles, plus 5 years in Calexico by this time. It made me the highly qualified teacher with the credentials that were needed to work at Mains Elementary. Again, I made a family. The community received me. My children followed me from Jefferson to Cesar Chavez to Mains. Well, then there comes the pink slips. Low seniority again. I get pink slip on a massive pink slip that year. I did not have to receive it because there were too many teachers that got those pink slips. Yet, we all were without a job for a whole summer. And the stress, and my family in Los Angeles wanted me to come back. I am the oldest of 5 siblings. I am the only one with a college education. They only went up to high school, but they work at Port of Los Angeles, making almost double what I make. They start, in their union. It's a union that respects them. They keep asking me, come back, you have a job here, we can help you. Why are you still in a place where you're not wanted? I want to ask you, what can you offer me? Are you going to offer me a respectful salary raise? Actually, it's not even a raise, an adjustment so that I can stay.
Thank you, Ms. Carrillo. Ruby Robledo.
Good evening, Mr. Gonzalez, and to all our school board members. My name is Ruby Robledo, and I am a special education teacher at Calexico High School. I have been employed at this district for 15 years, and a lot of you probably don't even know who I am, which is sad. Okay, I'm here to address the board on the mistreatment of my fellow teachers, and especially my fellow special education teachers. At the onset of 2020-2021 school year, the district decided that the junior high school and at the secondary level, the teachers no longer were going to have a consultation period. Let me explain what the consultation period is. What it means to me and to all the colleagues here, besides our prep periods, which by the way is supposed to be used for school purposes and for preparing our classrooms, we use that to make contact with parents, to contact students, and to do the other stuff that we have to do for our IEPs. This period was used by us not only for what I had just mentioned, but also to schedule meetings, to consult with our students, to test our students for their annual and triennial IEPs, and to discuss meeting dates with our parents and with our teachers. We also use this time to email reports and progress reports. This is just to name a few of the things that we did. Now with one less period, I find myself struggling to provide appropriate and adequate services for our special education students. Although we have hired one more special education teacher at the high school, I find myself with no time to do the mountain of paperwork required of this job. It's overwhelming. It says, my hours of operation are from 8 to 3:10. How do I get it all done between the hours that I have to teach? Special education students require a lot of extra work because we must follow all services listed on their federally mandated IEPs. How do you expect me and my colleagues to provide appropriate services without the time that is addressed to the special education students' needs? Plus, are you, the school board members, aware of the legal trouble the district would be in if we do not comply with all of our IEPs? Okay. If we are in a legal jeopardy, the blood is on your hands. Okay. Please do what is right for our students and for our teachers. Thank you.
Ms. Robledo. No, this I need to hear. Have you filed a grievance regarding this?
Yes, we have.
Yes?
Yes,
That's
we
it? You have?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
It's been since last year. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Kim? Okay.
Good afternoon, board members and citizens, especially honorable teachers and school employees. It is more than years I'm here, and I believe our math teachers need to have some session with the school board members what number meaning is. We have every year increasing our living cost, but school board doesn't do anything for that. And we are, our teachers and school employees, they are public employees. If the governments fail to prepare reasonable salary to the public employees, that means the whole community get less salaries. And you guys happy with contractors. You guys saying, oh, you guys are doing good, and then you're paying so much money on the contractors. Even I've been seeing it, so much money they're spending. At the same time, you guys are squeezing the school employees, teachers, employees, not to get their decent salaries. And Second World War, the German general, he found a lot of supplies from the U.S. soldiers they captured, and he said, oh, we lost the war, which is American soldiers, they have a lot of supplies and supporting from the community. And German soldiers keep asking the patients, keep asking the secular patients. And time is not much there. And salary is the one key point. It's not the key point or major to factors of the motivation in the teachers and students. But the big part of it, because they're living by that of supporting the families. How you want to, our teachers and school employees working properly or loyalty to the school district and treat them nice with our children. You have to motivate them to be happy, to be there and keep their job with the happily and deal with our children happily. Don't forget, school education is for motivation, not the squeezing them. And matter of fact, I'm the commissioner of the Child First Commission. And the last Saturday, I offered them to hire their salaries, and they're happy. Please keep our employees happy, especially teachers and school employees, and that they're going to be going to our children. And besides that, I'd like to see the school board member here. I don't want to see the politics here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kim. Ángel de Dios.
Good evening, board members. My name is Ángel de Dios. I don't think you recognize my face. I am a senior at Calexico High School. Just a little background information so you know about me. I run a local organization. I help out Calexico Needs Change. I'm a local here. I'm always helping out. And the reason I'm here is just to send you a message and for you to recognize my face, because this won't be the first time I'll be coming. This won't be the last time I'll be coming, because I'm standing here, and I don't know if you could see in the back, there's plenty of students, and we're standing here with the teachers. And we want you to know that we are only a group of students. And once we tell our guardians, our peers, other local members, other organizations, we're gonna keep coming and we're gonna keep telling you that we wanna stand with the union. And you better give them the fair negotiation. They've been asking it for years, and we will not stop bugging. All of these teachers are amazing. I can tell you, I've been here, I grew up here. I went through all different types of elementaries ever since the earthquake. Last year, when the horrible pandemic was hitting us, teachers were trying their best. They were there for us. I remember logging on and just having a teacher make a smile on my face. And I remember even, it's a really distant memory, but from 6th grade, one of my teachers was inspiring me to, okay, you can do something. You actually are here from the small rural town, Calexico. People see it as nothing, but you're gonna get there. And the teachers keep reinforcing that belief, and they keep working, and they keep inspiring us, and they keep doing all these things just for us to be content. For me now, this is just my senior year, of course, and I wanna know, I want this year to be good. Of course, I wanna have an excellent experience, but it's not gonna be if the teachers aren't getting their negotiation. It's not gonna be if you keep ignoring their comments. And I remember all your faces. I'm not gonna lie, I saw all the poster boards. I'm gonna be 18 soon. All of those students in the back, they're gonna be 18 soon. You already know what that means. I'm the local, you already know that I'm the public servant. I'm gonna keep coming. And once other people find out, once we reach out, once we grow this, not just Calexico, not just El Centro, not just Brawley, Imperial Valley, going out to San Diego, going out international Mexicali, it's just gonna keep on growing. And you're just fighting against a movement. So I would just recommend listen to the teachers for once. You know, I'm very informed about this, so please listen to them. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. De Dios. I have these other comments, but I don't know if they're related to negotiations. Ms. Claudia Nieblas, is this regarding negotiations? Where are you? Is it regarding negotiations? Okay, come on in. 14. Nieblas.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Claudia Nieblas y estamos aquí para una petición. Hoy me tocó hablar, somos de SCI César Chávez, aquí están todas mis compañeras. Solamente, primeramente quiero aclarar que no estamos aquí para quejarnos del trabajo ni lo que hacemos, nada, al contrario, lo hacemos de todo corazón. Y lo único que queremos pedir es algo justo sobre un bono que se les dio a todas las personas que trabajaron en pandemia. Todas aquí, incluyo todos porque todas trabajamos desde el momento que se cerró la escuela, pues hasta este momento, estamos trabajando sin parar. Entonces, a nosotros no nos consideraron porque no somos de, ¿cómo se dice? De la unión. Entonces no se nos hace justo porque nosotros nos expusimos a toda la pandemia, nos expusimos a calor, frío, vientos, lluvias, repartiendo los lonches, empacando los lonches. Muchas compañeras de otras escuelas se reían de nosotros porque nos decían, no vayan, mejor agarren desempleo. Nosotros preferimos ayudar a nuestra escuela y ayudar pues al que pudiéramos y arriesgándonos a enfermarnos, a unas nos dio, otras no y así. Entonces lo único que nosotros pedimos que se nos considere sobre ese bono, que no estamos peleando algo que no sea, que no lo merecemos, pensamos que tal vez sí lo merecemos. Entonces, lo que queremos es, pues, agradecer de parte a Ms. Molina y a Mr. López porque unos excelentes personas siempre nos han ayudado, apoyado y siempre hemos estado dispuestos para ellos ayudarles en todo lo que se pueda relacionado a la escuela para estar mejor y sobre todo ayudar a los niños. Es mucha responsabilidad sentimos para los niños porque nos sentimos como en ese momento las mamás, de cuidarlos de que no te vas a caer, no te vas a golpear, no peleen. Entonces, solamente estamos aquí para algo justo. Y pues me gustaría que lo consideraran lo de nosotros y pues pienso que también lo de los maestros porque yo creo que sin ellos pues no fuéramos nada de lo que estamos aquí, de que estudiamos o lo que sea. Y pues, no sé, muchas gracias y espero lo consideren. Y pues lo consideren la petición que estamos haciendo porque no se nos hace justo que les están dando a los que trabajaron, perfecto, pero también se los van a dar a personas que no trabajaron, que agarraron su desempleo, dichos por ellas, y pues queremos algo justo. Y sin quejarnos sobre el trabajo, siempre estamos dispuestas para trabajar y para lo que necesiten. Gracias.
Gracias. Thank you, Ms. Nieblas. Rachel Carrillo, is this about negotiations? Okay, there we go.
Hello, I'm a 2018 Calexico High School alumnus. I currently go to UC Davis with your daughter, Ana Maria. I chose to go to UC Davis because I didn't want to be an underdog anymore. Being in Calexico, you're kind of always an underdog in sports, in music, in academia, and anything. because we don't really receive support other than our peers and our teachers. But I came to the conclusion over there that I was still an underdog because in all the disciplines, except the foreign language, which is Spanish, and calculus, we were behind. In science, in English, I had to take classes that didn't count towards my major because we are so behind in this district in academia that you don't qualify to take the courses that count towards your major. So a lot of people who come from the Valley, specifically from Calexico, do not graduate in 4 years. I've taken classes every summer, so I will hopefully graduate this year. But now that I'm working on my resume for next year when I start applying to jobs, the skill that I most value that I learned here was resourcefulness, because despite of all the odds against us, we're still able to go prove ourselves outside of the Valley. And I know these people, I know they're loyal, but anyone who does not know them will probably think like, well, why are they there? They're not paying them right. My senior year, I remember we lost our AP Bio teacher, and we never got a substitute. We never got another teacher. You guys kind of just left us hanging. That class was kind of like, oh, over. There was a program too when I was in William Moreno. Again, district bumped us up a grade level in math. Junior year, we had to go to Ms. Williams' office every single day after school because you didn't want to offer the next calculus class our senior year, so we had to fight for classes. I never thought I'd do that here, especially because it wasn't our idea to be bumped up a grade in math. It was the district's, and then you just kind of like left us hanging, and you're leaving them hanging too. You've been leaving them hanging for these past years that they've been working without contracts. So I don't know, it sucks that you don't know how to appreciate loyalty. And it's something that you're gonna lose. You're gonna learn to appreciate, but maybe when it's late and you lose their loyalty. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Carrillo. Hilda Flores, okay.
Good evening. I'm here representing dual school elementary SSAs also. We're here to express our inconformity towards the decision about not being included in the COVID-19 agreement, as the Cesar Chavez SSAs. And we know we are not members of the union, okay? Nevertheless, we believe strongly that we deserve the compensation, bonus, whatever you want to call it. Maybe you're not aware of all the essential work that we've done since March of 2020. Most of us were there in the front lines, preparing food, not only preparing, but distributing food to students and the community as well, because we have a lot of community members that were not part of the school district, that were not, that even we had homeless people come by and pick up meals. And we were exposed to to the pandemic, to the COVID, basically. Even though some of the personnel from the kitchen, when they went on strike, we were there. We were there to open the kitchen. We were there to still distribute. We were there to do their job, and it wasn't our job. Okay. During the time, we also distributed materials like iPads, textbooks, and even non-essential items that were taken to us to distribute to students and families. And that put us at risk even further. As a result of this, some of us contracted the COVID-19. Luckily for us, we came over it. We got better. We came back to work without any complaints. And we just feel that it's not fair that it's not just, and that we all deserve the same as anybody else that is either an ACT member or a CSEA member. You know, we are the lower bottom of the totem, what do you say, totem pole, and we feel that we deserve just as much as anybody else. We work just as hard. We don't do the things that the teachers do, or you, but we still do our part as the family of CUSD. Okay. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Flores. Mr. Kim, you have another slip? Where are you? I can't see. Oh, for item G, okay. And Sonia Redona, do you want to talk right now? Okay, thank you. Hombre.
Good evening, board members and audience. I want to thank the negotiators for the district for coming in agreement with CSCA on the safety agreement and the stipend that we will be receiving. The stipend that we receive, it will be for 2021 school year. The SSA stated that that even people that were not working got the stipend. That's incorrect. All people in CSCA will get the stipend. You have to work, and we're working on that, me and Calderon, on that. And I agreed. ACES should get something. They came to me, but you're temporary. I cannot do anything. You need to go. But I am in support of them. They should get a stipend. Okay? Now, my next thing is the teachers. Do you know we're losing a lot of good teachers? Do you know we're losing math teachers? I do the payroll, so I know. We're losing math, we're losing science teacher. You know how hard it is to get a science or math teacher here? It's got to a point that I'm telling my daughter, get the kids out of here. Send them to El Centro. I don't want that. Please, give them they deserve the adjustment. Everything is going up. You know, what are you waiting for them to go on strike or for every teacher to leave and we're just going to be with waiver teachers, temporary subs? Look at the subs. How many subs you have? Is that the way we're going to teach the kids in school now? Please, settle with the teachers. And Wednesday, I believe it was Wednesday, we had negotiation. And I want to say something. It went very smooth. There was a big change when we met, but I went smooth with the lawyer and with the CS and the administrators that they work for negotiations. I hope it happens the same with the teachers, but they reserve an adjustment. Everything is so costly. Your gas, everything's going up. So they deserve better. We don't want to lose more teachers, please. You're talking about the students' education when the teachers leave. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Redona. That was item B, public comments. Item C, announcement of convening into closed session. At this point, the board will convene into closed session. Once we're back, we'll notify the public that we're back, and so we can continue with our meeting. Thank you.